Maysun Project.
Maysun Project, Insight. It's all symbolic. Read up. How should I start this? I think I'll start it off with a lesson to answer some questions and some are just guessing. First, my name is Insight. Hi, how you doing? The discussion of the day is the study of a movement. A movement of what? Control, the puppet master behind the scene. Those on top, drowning in laughter for your demise. They rise and you fall faster to serve the diabolical purpose, worshiping pastors. Peace in the east, I be Dagha, Lord Master. Program to compute when I download the data. 7.5 ounces of brain on all planes. Won't be fooled by earthquakes, no hail or rain. There's no mystery, I ain't wasting time looking. Losing time searching for that don't exist. These natural gases can cause a cosmic bliss. Like anything that symbolizes life got a twist.
Young, black, and educated, that's how we made it. The body of my text possess extra strip. Revolutionize, react, and build.
Check it out.
It's strictly about surviving.
Political system, this social system, as it stands, is impossible.
Listen up, 10%ers work on a long-range basis. They always change places and appear in many faces. Through television or radio frequencies, they shape kids. Subconsciously, to poison a nation of all races. Face it, they supply arms to both sides, instigating people to fight and kill each other to divide. With atomic warfare and biological weapons, they terrorize society to raise their flag for protection. We inherit the good and the bad, it's sight and dad. Correct the wrong and the right is had and light is shed. But see the truth, then I write with lead. Needle to the ground, baby's brain. Parents are newlywed, not fully dead. 85% living straight. Take a little deeper, find a jewel in that crate. Hooked on the bait, just like trout. This first bout got you sleeping on the first by technical knockout.
Young, black, and educated. That's how we made it. It's strictly about surviving.
310 years we worked in this country without a dime in return. I mean without a dime in return.
It's just his story. I come real, see through subliminal to make a devil one must scrap from the original made. Wicked, soon they so solicit. If you can't connect, change your headset and take a listen. Switch 70s, it first came into existence. An organization of Masons holding the key positions to engage in a satanic plot beyond the government. They themselves know not what I speak of. Time to plug them in. I'm in the spirit of 100 men packed in one flesh. Asiatic black man. Lies I contest. My cipher is a realm, a world that I address. Worshipping idols is like worshipping death. The purpose perplexed unless we seek wisdom and build a revolution, a movement through street rhythms. Seek and you shall find knowledge that you pursue. Unfortunately, there's not much that you and I could do.
Young, black, and educated, that's how we made it. The body of my text possess extra strip. Revolutionize, react, and build.
Check it out.
Young, black, and educated, that's how we made it. The body of my text possess extra strip. Revolutionize, react, and build. It's strictly about surviving.
Take a deep look at yourself from your dress to your vessels. Your picture painted personalities actually puzzled. You're preaching and prophesizing, needs organizing. You're plagiarizing in days of hiding or dying. Stop blind. The Illuminati is a secret society that migrated to the US in the 1770s, originating in Europe from the Babylonian days. Steps ahead of 33-degree Freemason. I'm taking time explaining in technical terms, lyrical testaments, empirical evidence back what I've learned. But you don't care unless I throw a slang and a swear under the snare here and there, or mention the gear that I wear. But I don't care about little things, cause there's no one to impress. When things you neglect and abuse goes unnoticed like breath. Who's fresh now? Take a step down off of your high and lie in the bed of nails you live for to die. history, the masses, mazes, magic pages of if phrases, cages in mysterious places, live on stages, in basements, on books with ripped pages. Doubt's contagious, it's outrageous. Open it up, you see thick fog and greatness. Military aid, minimum wage, earth papers, agents, calculators, DJs with sticky crossfaders, coded hand signals between negotiators, carrying black briefcases, exchanging classified data. Speaking in phrases, I'm the investigator, rhyme creator, combining statements to blaze an infiltrator with missiles and lasers. Exploitation, power, control, reputation, the force behind the federation. Detonation, hesitation, definition, black mark, black box, blackmail, blacklist, black activism, facts and figures, schools established, imprisonment, hospitals, melanin medicine, minimize minimal obstacles, chopped in two. Currency, weaponry, inflation, shock the nation. Radiation reduces the population. A Sergeant Payson debating infiltration. Biochemistry, social engineering, reprogram ghettos genetically. Incredible, that'll last indefinitely. Applied intelligibly, dictated democracy, deadly bureaucracy. The force of a shark stalking a piece of economic monopoly to prevent the use of an apostrophe describing property. Stacks of tax forms, prophecy, facts, laws, scriptures to rip the rapture, to fast forward to the acts of Thor. Skin complexion, internet connection, confusion, concoction, Magic Johnson, smallpox and Johnny Cochran, immunization shots, Wall Street stocks, shock TV, cops with locks and prophecy and pop philosophy, geology, archaeology, and probably astrology. Senators are sent in to recolonize your colony. Yo, public religion is private politics, economics, science, Kaiser, Spartacus, hamburgers, fries, sausages, the cross your fist, upper class, middle class, equivalent to sharks and fish, economic system, communism, capitalism, socialism, control kingdom, clothing, rhythm, corroding his wisdom, unfolding his mission, authorized implant, organized shipment, import, export, oxygen, nitrogen, sold in stores. The day a soldier comes to kick open your door, you probably rob a store for a DVD, a new TV, clothes and jewels, cause it's free. Enemy, ally, felony, frat guy, alpha, omega, echo, delta on channel 5. Sold a chicken McNuggets and motherfucking Oprah. Hope, unemployed workers strike. Quota, class division devices degrade your living crisis, evade visions of niceness. The prism of hope, it's priceless. Skull boom, death food, population press, school, pork chop, pig's feet, property tax, fish, meat, secrecy. The organized flow of conspiracy with lead prevention, peace pretension, 21st century detention, deficit disease intention, poor invention, wars unmentioned, more weapons, criminal justice, liberal racist, radical restless, difficult patriotist, conservative minimalist, capture the slave chapter, the maze mapper, behold the grave master, the iron fist of the iron wrist, religious scientist, political python, his silent is the violent mist, the lies of a witch that cries, the sixth line of a list that sounded a little something like this. A sky's twist, freedom, justice, equality, constitution, constant confusion, illusion, delusion, 10 commandments, 14 amendments, soul settlement, spoil, meddlement, civil war, solution, imprisonment, lost in the state of innocence. What's the cause? Ignorance. This is the world we're living in.
We on the clock, black, rock that. TikTok to combat, destroy my enemy cause I'm the Comcat. Yo, I bomb that when I rock that. Take off my top hat and drop back, rock that. Government can't stop that. You must be out your mind if you dying on that non-fat. Inside dag, you need to cop that, rock that. Study how you living, then they mock that. Rock that, rock that, rock that. Eyes, you need to dot that. Bitches out of focus, bring solution to your context. You call yourself king, but you played like a pawn blast. That be silly with the force, open palm smacks. Fuck that, just like the hit from the drum sack. Rock that, rock that. Won't bother with the contracts. Father of the top cat, freeze you with the coolness or burn you with the hot rap. Oh no, not that. Calm down, stop that. True school, rock that. Rock that, rock that, rock that, rock that. Ignorance, stop that. It's time to take the block back. Flat ghost chop with a rap for a sharp axe when I rock that. Now fox the rat in the top hat. Got beef, watch that. Where the cops at? It's combat. Attack biochemical contact. When I rock that, you want that. Drop a bomb on them with strong facts. Packed in the form of hot wax. I record with a sock on the mic. When I drop tracks to stop pops, I rock that and massacre all whack. Tall cats attack or to pack them in small packs. They step and crawl back, cause they rap with a false act. They ain't all that, give me sweet call that. I don't want that, stop that. Bring the raw back, keep you in all rap. Rock that, talk back, rock that. It's time to chop that. Show them where hip hop's at. When I rock that, gloss cock back. No, not that. This ain't shock rap. Yo, we study hard to top that. Talk back, rock that. It's time to interact, make contact. Perform with the intent to lock that. destination really on the wrong map. Stop that.
Y'all don't even want us to start that.
Pop that.
Like break dancing on a hard map.
The God's back, breathing life straight into your soft back. Speeding through our zones and you know you can't clock that. Rock that.
Rock that.
Rock that.
Rock that.
Rock that.
Rock that.
Rock that. Rock that.
Check it. I lubricate beat breaks with poetic Pennzoil. Pop your head for a tactical tune-up. What? Your main mechanism is screwed up. Plus there's too many loose, unscrewed loose nuts. Mentally broke down sounds, leaving you stuck. The tool I use is the lyrical lock wrench. Wisely to fit firm on any size screwball. Small tools won't do for heavy-duty hip-hop jobs. My motivated mind's a high-powered hot rod. Speed till we start speeds exceeding the street level. Incarcerated mentals make it hard to respect all the ways that I'll amaze you with the
microphone machinery. Make words connect. Select a rhyme. Then extend strong with the intellect. Can't you tell?
Some get caught in my style like a net.
Microphone machinery with audio freaks. Show respect. Shake it up, shake it down. To the rhythm I'm giving.
With every step that I stride, I'm preserving my pride. So to correctly connect to you, I'll describe the vibe. Imagine having a gadget able to shrink you like magic. I would enter the center, walking the mind of you maggots. As the size of a cell, sliding through swells on your tongue. I'll descend through the lungs, dip and plunge through an artery, pricking you partially with a riddle like sickle cell. The pain of my points bruise cruise with a little swell that act like a hindrance. Take their presence for instance. On stage they're afraid, spurious or too serious. Like a pest that infects, I swat them, spray them and squash them. Clip your wings, you ain't fly, you puzzle fate playing possum. Gargling, jogging, they leave the audience starving. So I damage with language to manage finishing, business cutting, splitting you English muffins and spreading the butter on several flavors. I brainstorm while inedible, audible. It's so uniform that the DJ is moving on and putting a new thing on. Skills that then screwed on with unmerciful energy. Entity of the wise rise, vertical mentally. My virtual memory is an integrated circuit, illustrating the innovative vibe that I work with. Pure art. Maybe you and me will be next, representing what we live since we deserve the respect.
Microphone machinery. Make words connect. Select a rhyme. Then extend strong with the intellect. Can't you tell?
Some get caught in my style like a net.
Microphone machinery with audio freaks. Make words connect.
My positive polarity opposes the opposite, whose actions ionic fractions of rappers are on this level. Switching through spitting patterns, division is blurred. Yo, you like his new style? I prefer his original version. Now his vibe isn't working and sounds like some other person. Perhaps a tad bit uncertain set, rehearsing and bursting heads to worsen the fracture. One closet like Gauze rap to mend your mind back together. Soft as the inner shell of the market of listeners supporting slop that's not written well. Damning your manager, dissing your niche, and fans of an amateur, making stereotypes sell over pure art. Maybe you and me will be next, representing what we live since we deserve the respect.
Microphone machinery. Make words connect. Select a rhyme. Then extend strong with the intellect. Can't you tell?
Some get caught in my style like a net.
Microphone machinery with audio freaks. Show respect. Shake it up, shake it down. To the rhythm I'm giving.
Created by the police. The confrontation was created by the people who charge the police.
Walking with my chest out, leave my breast out. Anything in my path, take the next route, the rest shout. Peace to God. To be savage is easy, but to be right is hard. I master like Farad. Divine one teach the blind son with the combination of the rhyme drum. When their time come, their mind done. Undercharged and overworked. Electronic surge, lotto sockets, just like some NASA rockets. The fiber optics, I bring the heat just like the tropics. More radiant the forms of nuclear holocaustics. The synopsis, we hip like a bottom. It's a heart to the art of this, cause it's all a part of this. I hate the game and the player. I'm just a game player, hater, greater. Origin of birth, still acres. Stepped up the ladder, stuck the winner, stake to Jacob. First thing on my mind, find the master, start to wake up.
I've been checked Talented, infectious, hip-hop stimulants. Mutated mic spores are amplified into an extremely plastic, vulgarous solitude. Venomous skills, scramble thoughts under your follicle, repeatedly pulsating. Insights, isotope, focused and fine-tuned through my mental microscope. I've examined minds, that of MC skulls, and detect defects with infrared X-ray beams. Advanced hip-hop, surgery split away spleens and deems. Rapid vertical neck fluctuations, pounding, palpitations, after effects, ultimately kicking when you're infected by text of an extraterrestrial tyrant exterminator, terminating with complex concepts, extraneously on new concepts, compounds of that of intelligent life forms.
Everybody wanna test, bring drama to the vets. Address me, your honor, at the planet's request. I'll be damned if it's just. Clean my hands of the dust, still be jamming and such when I'm commanding the rush. While I'm here as a must, still kill confusion and fuss. Stand in the storm, away from home, or get on the bus. Squeeze the mic till it pus bleed. Apollo like Creed, original breed with the need for the dominant seed with prominent speed. Relate the most confident deed. I'm stopping the greed, keeping the light sparking like weed. Dreadlock in the weave, natural like resource. From the roots I recourse. Who is the boss? Not Tony and Angela. Damage the devil in my parameter like amateur. A soul with stamina. Freeze your frame just like a digital camera. We wet, leave you exposed like canals of Panama.
Gentlemen, get the thing straight once and for all. The policeman isn't there to create disorder. The policeman is there to preserve disorder.
Close the zip codes, reverse the South Pole to make it North Pole. Destroy the concrete jungle as I bulldoze. Erase the mystery, rebuild and plant seeds. Cause man didn't evolve from chimpanzees. The toolkit's equipped, fully loaded to go. I be the energy that make the pressure points real low and build with right angles. Roll the strands with the slight tangles. Shine more light than a night candle. Elevate on a scaffold with a tight handle. I'm Mike Vandal. Say those scripts for Sambo. Rewire, recircuit. The job ain't getting done, so we gotta rework it from the ground up and round up. And the supplies, the revise, it's all up in the genes like Levi's. Make the population use all three eyes. Clear the hemisphere from implanted fear and pollution. Make your dome your home and institution. Conclusion, never settle for confusion. An object in motion is an object in steady movement.
I'm gonna try it once. Listen up. Yo, young, black, and educated. One fact is demonstrated. Those who expect me to fall, watch as I elevate it. Levitated with no time to celebrate. Weak minds to take, penetrate, and renovate. So sit in the chair there, feel the vibe, emanate a groove to cruise to. Speed up, accelerate, down the right path, headed straight for a hill. With nowhere to go but up, and at the top you chill. Now that's where I meditate, reversing effects. The media inject propaganda. I deflect, your press, eject. Hit the reset, reach out, now I'm a suspect. Speak out, and now I'm a threat. Yeah, whatever, I'm gonna do it, get right to it. They watching me close, so I guess that I already blew it. Throwing a tantrum with a handgun and a bank, son. I'ma start busting rhymes unless they pay a ransom. But they won't, and so I know that I'm doomed. Statistics against me, predict and assume. They put it on the news, and yes, it has an effect. When I apply for a job and try to cash my check, yo, who do we elect to resurrect? Respect to better connect, select info, correct facts from a direct source. Step forth and move to a better fate. One man can make the world levitate. For propaganda, I have not the answer. Instead, I bring forth subjects to understand there's a man justified by the means. Throw out the snakes, we can wipe the slate clean. Meanwhile, why don't you sit there and listen? This is another intermission.
Just want to read a few things to you. Military. Industrial complex. Put it in context on battleship decks. Plexiglass shields, chemical-proof suits, UN troops, multinational investment groups, immoral, immortal, corporate identity, ignorant marines willing to spill your energy in the name of industry. Complex to trace reasons people are bleeding media deceiving you. News not even true, even though it's new. To exocet missile blow spots of representing national interest to defenseless charged interest on funds. Monetary, international, irrational terms get agreed upon, contractual. Whatever they say on CNN, seen as factual. U.S. military presence worldwide tactical. Middle East, no peace, blood boil like flaming oil. Peace process stifled by rifles owned by the royal. In America, guns flood the streets like backed up sewers. Enforcing thug codes so drugs could be sold. Weapons manufacturers want to stay in business, so they try to keep convincing us Saddam is the bad guy, cause now Russia's friends with us. We gotta have a water fight. Nancy says say no to drugs. Oliver North. Orders issued forth, then the president forgets when he's asked in court if he knew about the ships. Sent to arm the rebels, disrupting the governments, destabilizing regions, protecting U.S. interests. Coffee beans and coca leaves. You asked the question. Cold flooded streets when Reagan was the president.
Stop the tape!
Iran-Contra hostages exchanging for some rocket launchers, worldwide arms revenues. Where'd you buy the guns? Alzheimer's stricken, forgetting. Puzzle pieces fitting. $1 billion arms deals, good for the economy. Have a lot of whites while blacks still live in poverty. The same cats that back Hitler back Bush. Globalists set on override humanity who spread insanity, cause wars to make a profit. Spread insanity, cause wars to make a profit. Spread insanity, cause wars to make a profit.
Here we go, we got the call.
When we want peace, they drop a bomb on them. When they want war, they drop a bomb on them. They bring harm on them to gain power, they drop a bomb on them. All on them, allies, they call on them. The media says to remain calm, cause they about to drop a bomb on them. Those who don't cooperate, they drop a bomb on them. Land rich and gold caution, they read a speech first, then drop a bomb on them. What? In the newspapers, read it in the long column. In hope for that? Nah, I didn't vote for that, I vote for rap. Politicians to get choked for that and approach with a bat. For me, it'll be over, black. I'll be thrown in the back of a squad car. See, the system doesn't go for that. Loans and tax control the pack. They give less than what they owe us back, but you know that. These are old facts. They never gave the country its soul back. Drop bombs in Africa for gold stacks. I don't know what you was told, Jack. You watched them explode in Iran and Iraq when they couldn't control the flow of crack. And oil rates had a negative impact. You better think back. They dropped an atomic bomb to shake the map. Nagasaki, terrorist attack. Millions died and we can never bring them back. But many veterans deny the points presented in my rap. Federal mission intact. Economic mechanisms put in place are there to try to throw us off track. When we want peace, they drop a bomb on them. When they want war, they drop a bomb on them. They bring harm on them to gain power, they drop a bomb on them. All on them, allies, they call on them. The media says to remain calm, cause they about to drop a bomb on them. Those who don't cooperate, they drop a bomb on them. Land rich and gold caution, armor with shotguns, they drop a bomb on them. Now in the newspapers, read it in the long column. I'm not racist, no, here's what the case is. Years of brainwashing has affected generations. The subconscious effect that affects you can't face it. It's called hatred. Some people smile when I state it. Lest we forget, make a slave kid. Hit him with 8 whips to break his kids. Witness what fate is. As laws change, solutions faded. People avoid debating the fact that we have lost something sacred. Those who don't avoid praise it. They laugh that you slated yourself a thug, knowing this is what they did. Selling crack, thinking you've made it. Or selling raps that exemplifies things that keep our people basic. Ironically, solutions are evaded. Labeled X-rated. You rather select a guard, pick a flag and raise it. Wave it while ancestors gaze in amazement. Revolutionary freedom fighters are raging. We want peace, they drop a bomb on them. When they want war, they drop a bomb on them. They bring harm on them to gain power, they drop a bomb on them. All on them, allies, they call on them. The media says to remain calm, cause they about to. Those who don't cooperate, they drop a bomb on them. Land rich and gold caution, they read a speech first, then drop a bomb on them. Now in the newspapers, read it in the long column. I watch as we spiral into the depths of apathy. A cycle leading to steps that embrace brutality. To erase reality, commanding the cavalry to overthrow your colony economically. Since history goes in a cycle, I don't wanna see a wax sequel. I'm one of 26 million black people, victims of democracy. Nothing more than hypocrisy, logically so far locked without a key. You can't stop what you can't see, so you stay mentally slave, feeling physically free. Insights, the telescope lens of telepathy, used to mentally magnify thoughts legibly. Certain things I'll talk about when you see me. They'll try to stop me if I say some things on TV. Viewing this confusion at a higher resolution, while your repressed state festates and frustrates. We're not represented on a political level. Several spiritual rebels are living through peril. Hot water on a kettle over a flame, which is the brain of a general on a military vessel. When we want peace, they drop a bomb on them. If they want war, they drop a bomb on them. They bring harm on them to gain power, they drop a bomb on them. All on them, allies, they call on them. The media says to remain calm, cause they about to. Those who don't cooperate, they drop a bomb on them. Land rich and gold caution, armor with shotguns, they drop a bomb on them. Now in the newspapers, read it in the long column.
War is a big thing. Billions of dollars, countless lives, world balance of power. A reporter awaits evacuation by helicopter from...
I don't know where we stand out here, except out in the open with damn little protection. Well, the most unsettling thing about all this is that, well, we're waiting here for what we all damn well hope will be that last chopper. The sun is going down behind the clouds, and it's getting darker and darker. And if it gets too dark, that chopper's not going to land at all.
Faith is being sure of what we hope for, and certain of what we do not see.
My course of actions activate and stabilize the mic. Got the power like grace, gonna tranquilize the hype. Victory's vital inside of they be master divino. I'm not the head Negro in charge, but I'll take that title. Cyber Dr. Spine Thief, innocent like chief. On the fast break, of the scoreboard defeat. Don't disturb the universe with those surround sounds. keep stepping. Touching the top of my drop unless I rise to gravitation. A vertical view range from space to the basement. Ricochet my fuselage, spears and glass bottles. Engage the pilot goggles and hit auto. A black smoke rising, I'm heating up the stratus. Release my flow and cool and activated apparatus. Suplex pop my badges, got turbulence and badges. Spread the ground level, send off a transmittal. The missile to was issued, they aiming for my dismissal. The film phone was dead, send out a cold thread. Circuit was sparking, physics blurry to the picture. I grab my tubular IR illuminator. See out the perpetrator, intruders to the scanner. Select rays of gamma and peel like bananas. Sweaters clockwise to location elevation. Raises those O's like diabasis. Technical delayments, trying to compute but can't log in. Privileges denied, all passwords protected. Rewire controls, these scrambling correct holes. My digital displays fragmented from the whole of night fighter. Equipped with sophisticated radar. Intercept the enemy bomber and navigator. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping. If there's a heaven and a hell, the hell we're living in it. In the war between the worlds, there's no submitting in it. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping. If there's a heaven and a hell, the hell we're living in it. In the war between the worlds, there's no submitting in it. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping. If there's a heaven and a hell, the hell we're living in it. In the war between the worlds, there's no submitting in it. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping. Choose your weapons, or keep stepping.
Created by the police. The confrontation was created by the people who charged the police.
Walking with my chest out, leave my breast out. Anything in my path, take the next route, the rest shall peace to God. To be savage is easy, but to be right, that's hard. I master like Farad. Divine one teach the blind son with the combination of the rhyme drum. When their time comes, their mind done. Undercharged and overworked. Electronic surge, lotto sockets, just like some NASA rockets. The fiber optics, I bring the heat just like the tropics. More radiant the forms of nuclear holocaustics. The synopsis, we hip like a bottom. It's a heart to the art of this, cause it's all a part of this. I hate the game and the player. I'm just a game player, hater, greater. Origin of birth, still acres. Stepped up the ladder, stuck the winner, stake to Jacob. First thing on my mind, find the master, start to wake up.
I've injected infectious hip-hop stimulants. Mutated mic spores are amplified into an extremely plastic, vulgarous volatile. Venomous skills, scramble thoughts under your follicle, repeatedly pulsating. Insights, isotope, focused and fine-tuned through my mental microscope. I've examined minds, that of MC skulls, and detect defects with infrared X-ray beams. Advanced hip-hop, surgery split away spleens and deans. Rapid vertical neck fluctuations, pounding, palpitations, after effects, ultimately kicking when you're infected by text of an extraterrestrial tyrant exterminator, terminating with complex concepts, extraneously armed new concepts, compounds of that of intelligent life forms.
Everybody wanna test, bring drama to the vets, address me, your honor at the planet's request. I'll be damned if it's just, clean my hands of the dust, still be jamming and such when I'm commanding the rush. While I'm here it's a must, still kill confusion and fuss, stand in the storm, away from home, or get on the bus, squeeze the mic till it pus bleed, Apollo like Creed, original breed with the need for the dominant seed, with prominent speed, relate the most confident deed, I'm stopping the greed, keeping the light sparking like weed, dreadlock in the weave, natural like resource, from the roots I recourse, who is the boss, not Tony and Angela, damage the devil in my parameter like amateur, a soul with stamina, freeze your frame just like a digital camera, we wet, leave you exposed like canals of Panama.
Gentlemen, get the thing straight once and for all. The policeman isn't there to create disorder. The policeman is there to preserve disorder.
We've come to see the power of nonviolence, that this method is not a weak method, for it's the strong man who can stand up amid violence being inflicted upon him and not retaliate with violence.
You know what time it is, straight for the street, KRS-One, hold tight, look. Cops, y'all, they blast y'all, harass y'all, flash y'all as they pass y'all through the glass, y'all. These videos gas y'all, cause they trash y'all. I ask y'all, this fact y'all, unaired y'all. These cops, y'all, they scared y'all, they fear y'all, they hear y'all, they hate y'all. Less than 40,000 a year they make y'all. Cops, y'all, with black feet, living from week to week. Walk crooked beats in the streets, y'all. They greet y'all with the heat, y'all. To defeat y'all, it's deep, y'all. Hear what I teach y'all and speak, y'all. Hate, don't mess with that. Trends, don't mess with that. Rape, don't mess with that. Revenge, don't mess with that. Truth, yeah, mess with that. Skills, yeah, mess with that. Proof, yeah, mess with that. Build, yeah, mess with that. Wars, don't mess with that. Freaking, don't mess with that. Whores, don't mess with that. Cheating, don't mess with that. GED, mess with that. Science of mind, mess with that. Family, mess with that. Hip hop, we loving that.
Let's crush the stats, it's time to jumping back and rise above the back. Lies enough of that, I come with facts, your block, we up to bat. Cops hit, stop, frisk, shock another victim. It's rocks flicked and shots missed. Politicians bitching, with 4 stores addicted. Now listen, the triggers clicking. Body stiffing, it's tape up in feds with chalk shipping. A corpse missing, they're building more courts and prisons to confine the body and soul and control your rhythm. But they can't hold the rhythm, cause we unknown precision. Somewhere a young mother's out on a street corner stricken. The air thickens, listen, the clock's tick, tick, ticking. It's time to make a decision, check the vision, respect the mission. Get in position, pump your fists and promote positive thinking. Gotta stop killing, start building and stop wicked men. And watch their power source diminish when we educate the innocent. Christian insight, news knowledge to cause the ignorant.
Crack, don't mess with that. Speed, don't mess with that. Whack, don't mess with that. Greed, don't mess with that. Knowledge, yeah, mess with that. God, yeah, mess with that. College, yeah, mess with that. A job, yeah, mess with that. Dealing, don't mess with that. Crying, don't mess with that. Stealing, don't mess with that. Lying, don't mess with that. Meditation, mess with that. Forgiveness, mess with that. Education, mess with that. Hip hop, we loving that. Truth, y'all, facts, y'all. Proof, y'all, black, y'all. Time to check this map, y'all. Are we going back, y'all? Let's make a pact, y'all. Come together, watch your back, y'all. Stay intact, y'all. Never whack, give me that, y'all. Coming at y'all. Head crack, y'all, with the facts, y'all. Police, y'all. Wanna attack, y'all, if you're black, y'all. So if this is a fact, y'all. When we rap, y'all, over the track, y'all. While we rap about crack, y'all. That's whack, y'all. We trap, y'all. Holding the gap, y'all. Just to kill another black, y'all. Clap, 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 y'all. It's like that, y'all. KRS-One, yo. Let's take it back, y'all. Listen. Hate, don't mess with that. Trends, don't mess with that. Rape, don't mess with that. Revenge, don't mess with that. Truth, yeah, mess with that. Skills, yeah, mess with that. Proof, yeah, mess with that. Build, yeah, mess with that. Wars, don't mess with that. Freaking, don't mess with that. Whores, don't mess with that. Cheating, don't mess with that. GED, mess with that. Science of mind, mess with that. Family, mess with that. Hip hop, we loving that.
This method has a way of disarming the opponent. It weakens his morale and at the same time it works on his conscience. And he just doesn't know what to do. But if he puts you in jail, you go in that jail and transform it from a dungeon of shame to a haven of freedom and unity.
Saturday night, it was 8 o'clock. Shorty spent an hour fixing her head, absorbed the spot. She was dipped in kid, wore it right. Tonight she's going out with the ladies. She and a man just had a fight.
I ain't staying home with the baby.
Fuck you, I'm calling Tracy. Hello? My man's tripping, I gotta go.
See, things went on and off between them. Her parents knew he was better than the last man she was seeing and had faith they'd stay together. But the relationship was weakened when she did something that she regretted and thought he'd forget it. Anyway, she jetted and grabbed her purse by the strap. He didn't care where she was at or where she was going, so he stepped too.
What time you coming back?
I don't know when.
But yo, one thing for certain is the curtains were closed. After this lucky pimp's paddle went out searching for hoes, and he put it in his words, bragging to his boys on the block about how he blacked the shorty and threw a name out to blow up a spot.
What's up, dog? How you doing, my man? Yo, I was in the club the other night, man. Had a long time, man. I had this shorty rock that I saw, looking all good and everything. You know how to approach, right? Right. Yo, so I asked her name, what's up? You know how it is. Did you hit that? Oh, you know that.
Through word of mouth, this is what her man heard about. He had a feeling and he always had doubts, but he was there for the child because he believed the seed needed water and light to grow and stayed because he thought it was right for the family. She didn't think of a plan B and never admitted it. He wouldn't either. She tried to front, but he didn't believe her. She was clever for a while. He measured a file and no longer wanted to walk together on the aisle. Busted, he found out she was pregnant with a child that wasn't his, so he kicked her out. She moved back into her mother's house. She had to find the father to let him know it was his. She needed a crib and worked to put food to eat in the fridge, and regretted some decisions by the window reminiscing. You never think about the end in the beginning. I heard her singing, listen.
How could things end up this way? How can I take back that day? I think I'm gonna be okay. How I wish the pain away.
Yo, shorty learned a valuable lesson and had to address him. She called and left him a message that said he got her pregnant. She had to tell him what she expects of him. But 5 just arrested him because he violated probation. She never shaped him into the father she wants to make him, and she disagreed with some of the places that he would take him since he had unfinished biz with these kids. Couldn't shake him, it wasn't safe for his son to be out there like that. He ain't old enough to watch his own back. It shouldn't have to, he just started walking. Sees how his father acts and how he's talking. There with his pop, putting heads in check on his cell phone. And there when heads got upset, started shooting lead in his chrome, and the bullets flown, pierced the cheekbone through his dome. Now his heart ceased while his father's asleep at home, turning in his bed, repeating the murder in his head, seeing the blood in his dreams while screaming Steven is dead.
Game of life, written by Dagha, Lord Master. Lost like a mic with a stranger. Anger could lead to danger. If you feed the beast, they call the ranger. Yo, I scrutinize and alphabetize from front to last. Categorize the future with the past. Controlled by absent powers, angry flowers. Too much weight, you're back and straight like Eddie Bowers. Uniting, still fighting. Clash of the Titans is arriving. Players trying to choose sides, but the devil is conniving. Segregated conscience explains obnoxious patterns. Feeling second Saturns, charging through the atoms. Reaching circles like modems. Wireless connections like spitting to the jets. Satellite to solar plexus, limited mileage when I'm rolling. Pinning hard heads like bowling or a hole in one Trojan. Goodness gracious, I fill in more spaces. The teeth without the braces in this world of hellacious. Running out of O2, I run to the sea, take a breather, and then it's beat me down. I rise back up, evaporate when the second sun rises up. So now I'm gaseous, spraying vocal mist for the masses. Technical delayment, sounding harder than flavors. Constitute my own laws, just like government agents.
Offense, the defense, the testament and will. Filtrate the fake, purificate it still. Civilization kill, minds reveal. Filtrate the fake, purificate it still. Offense, the defense, the testament and will. Filtrate the fake, purificate it still. Civilization kill, minds reveal. Filtrate the fake, purificate it still.
Wrong turn, the short term, DUI the nuclei. Fuck the fast that snaps like urban fried. Error malfunction, Y2K information. Interruption, super highway reconstruction. Take your brains for abduction. Foundations laid like raisins called EMS. Switching moves like PMS when I'm thinking it. I maximize the theory, Levi's theory. With spiritual emotions and all the bloodshed conditions. Break down and digest for proper distribution. Rejection of invaders to the inner center of the temple be bumping like oily faces. Skip on sister mannequins and shenanigans. Up in Flanagans, copper some woods and shopping for goods. My straight pen finds comfort at the pad with dad. On altitudes high, the standard US flags. I then defend it to your skeleton and charge you with the melanin. Yo, offense and defense, the testament of will. Filtrate the fake, purificate and still. Civilization kill, minds reveal. Filtrate the fake, purificate and still. I place one foot on dry land, the other on sea. Corrupt population, continental calamity. Combat use of killers, issue cracks to blacks. Enforce law, elevate shackles. Spare man-made plagues on white horses. Wash away soul, first on on the hilltop, then on the toe, singing Jim Crow, lost control, busting needles in check, breakers in the system, organized socially, a heritage for the new world, terrorize atomical turf, some on the earth's human experience, spoken with common vocab, magnetically taped, that transformed electronically, metropolitan inhabitants for juvenile justice, regulate conduct, politics instruct, investigate, entrap, interrupt, clairvoyance, intuition, crooks on commission with Republican divisions, living stubborn and obstinate, implant a telematic in a silicone chip, extortion, nominations, and miscalculations, material infatuations, now the dragon crews, sharks of Fort Lightning, bright and international inflow, explode, condemn you, words of MU, react to radio resistance from diameter to distance, recipients receiving all the government assistance, for example, coupons, cheese box, powder milk, poverty, exchange, yo, black establishments distinguished when economies built. Offense, the defense, the testament and will filtrate the fake, purificate and still. Civilization kill, minds rebel. Filtrate the fake, purificate and still. Offense, the defense, the testament and will. Yeah. Run it back. Yo, that's that shit right there.
Diligence, persistence, decreases resistance. That increases your distance. Solidify your position by being consistent. To give meaning to your existence, I speak wisdom. Those who believe, receive, or leave vision. I preach living and reach millions through heat vision. Splitting corruption, hitting streets with peak precision. Definition I'm eager to give them. Listen while I'm spitting what I took time to create. Speaking to stimulate minds to innovate. Painting words to illustrate worlds through a high power. Showering sounds are groundbreaking and shatters foundations under anyone down for faking. I'm down for motivating. I can show you the way in. Cultivating minds, rhymes, realign nations. You might wanna wait and try a different combination. Tune in to get a better signal on your station. Concentration, coordination, observe, then analyze the situation. Wait, make the necessary moderations. Innovation enhances illustration. Seek perfection through elevation. This may take, come again, no doubt, that goes without question. Step one, move to improve perfection. My intent to commence with intense confidence. It's common sense condensed to song content. Cleanse your mental, evaluate thoroughly. I'm your mentor, that's what I was sent for. More thought stripped to sip from the reservoir. Get to the top, take steps to the second floor. Measure your distance, run for the long jump. Aim for the free throw. Your brain's a seed that needs to grow. I marinate minds, imaginate flavors are fed to all five senses to salivate. Taste the sound, smell the funk you can't touch. A sight to see on mics nice with a hand clutch. You're a tiger hunting prey in the trees. I'm a vulture with the patience to eat. I keep tweaking my sculpture. Concentration, coordination, organization, vital parts of the equation. Constant elevation. Meditation, education, absorb, then analyze the information. Think, then react to situations. Communication is efficient cooperation. Concentration without limitation is clever. Levitation is phase one. This may take determination and mental acceleration. Rocking like I'm on the clock, picking a lock to a bank vault or a bomb squad reporting to a hard job. 10 seconds late with 20 seconds to detonate. Ready to rhyme in milliseconds I meditate with only one chance to disconnect it correctly. While I stay calm, you're wiping sweat off your cheek. Stressed out, I'm clever, even better under pressure. Top gun fighter pilot ahead of the aggressor. Not that unique who speaks to seek treasure. Penetrating with mind contamination. Making the pieces fit together when illustrating. Innovating text with correct word placement. Meditation, education, absorb, then analyze the information. Think, then react to situations. Communication is efficient cooperation. Concentration without limitation is clever. Levitation is phase one. This may take determination and mental acceleration.
Just as well as the black man, because you know the worst devil is the black devil. I'm saying? There's no prejudice shit. You got good white people, you got bad white people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you bad white motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You CIA motherfuckers. You special intelligence hitting, secret keeping motherfuckers from my motherfucking people. So many motherfucking years, motherfuckers. Took my motherfucking land and all that shit. It's cool, I'm not mad at you. You did what you did. You know, all I'm telling you is that the black man is God. He ain't always gonna be God. You can never destruct the power of God. You know, I love you because you my children. You understand what I'm saying? You always gonna belong to me. So I always gotta watch over you. I always gotta let you know that within this universe exists the darkness. And from the darkness came the light.
It's only been about 50 years. Don't sleep. Read up. It's all about the information. It's right under your noses. Don't be scared to look. Insight, check it. It's time to recapture our essence, mind, body, and understand through lessons. Finding answers to the questions, negative intentions. Started with the man-breaking process and implemented scientific methods like syphilis. An ethno-specific biological weapon of genocide tested on 600 black families. Physicists witnessed up over 40 years. Imagine the tears, the feeling of fear, the moment that the truth was made aware. And it was too late, never underestimate a new fate. Every move they'd make, anticipate, and spit to take another brother out of the trap. By the use of knowledge, wisdom, the art of my rap.
Cause in my physical I can't express through songs.
Yeah, my principle is to correct the wrong.
From now until we fade in the black.
Bring them back, through the art of rap.
Cause in my physical I can't express through songs.
My principle is to correct the wrong.
From now until we fade in the black.
Bring them back, through the art of rap. Reversal of the mind holds back the uncivilized. Fear is instilled, thus understanding is minimized. Innocence is the role of the organizers. Get wiser, I am almost sure that we can rise up. Only if we try, but you'll have to open your eyes up. Realize the difference between your needs and desires. Release the fire that burns your subconscious, and that has oppressed generations of offspring for the longest. Stay strong, kid, peep what I'm saying is economics. And I promise that if we can unite, we can stop it. Walk with your head up proudly and speak loudly, so maybe one day our ancestors can sleep soundly. Ready for round 3, standing guard with the spirit of all in one. Capable of a miracle when all is done, to get beyond. In fact, I'll lead you from the dark, reaching out through the art of my rap.
Cause in my physical I can't express through songs.
My principle is to correct the wrong.
From now until we fade in the black.
Bring them back, through the art of rap.
Cause in my physical I can't express through songs.
My principle is to correct the wrong.
From now until we fade in the black.
Bring them back, through the art of rap. I speak the illusion beyond ordinary conception to reveal what you slept in and what others may have stepped in. When the dust settles, it's hard to notice until it's swept. Then and only then will one be able to see the connection. Seek direction, build the secret weapon. Propaganda, the wicked man slick like a panther. Be careful when you escape his crops. There's some crooked cops. Is he looking? He's not. You could try to run, but you might get caught, son. How long can you dodge him when he's shooting the shotgun? I'm not saying to go out black, you're smarter than that. Build an army through awareness, through the art of my rap.
Cause in my physical I can't express through songs.
My principle is to correct the wrong.
Cause in my physical I can't express through songs.
My principle, correct the wrong.
From now until we fade in the black.
I bring them back, using the art of my rap. A savage born, scorn, torn from my tribe. Am I the last to survive? One of the many who have been captured, stripped, whipped, locked up on ship. Separated from my roots. In my youth I've been lied to, and no one knows the truth. But my scars are real, and even though my wounds have healed, what of the pain I feel? Disrespected, disgraced, and expected to forget it since my case is discredited. Stolen our heritage, and the situation has been left uncorrected. Who can protect it? So many are lost and have already accepted it. Equality's a joke, stop pretending our right to vote expires in 2007. It's not me against you, it's a generation versus the government. So many are suffering, but the enemy is blinded. Who do you think caused the hardcore mind state? Rewind it. So many leaders have spoken, but for the sake of our freedom, laws had to be broken. That made us criminals, slaves on the run. But the police have guns, dogs, tear gas, and paddy wagons. Innocent people are dragged in. People get angry when they hear that. The original street thugs are prepared with bats. The odds are against them, but they have to try. They most likely will die. A mother cries, a father tries hard to breathe. He drops to his knees, his son and his daughter sees. This feeds the anger, they can't understand the reasons they need answers. But the damage has been done. Another day under the sun, 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 the sun.
Peace to all the positive people of the universe. This shit is self-image. Here the black man is God. You never hear how that's broken down. You know what I'm saying? You hear shit, but you never hear it broken down. You know what I'm saying? The father is civilization, the original man. Everything comes from within his body. Everything all manifested through the science of the melanin system. Melanin is within. If it wasn't for the melanin in the retina, then no one's eyes would see. Not even squirrels, not birds. No matter what you race, gender, or whatever, it's all science. You just gotta look within yourself. It's all oneness, the origin. People be like, yo, motherfuckers are sexist. You know what I'm saying? If a man is sexist, he's just out of his own realm because it's only self-hatred because the X chromosome is within the man. The man has both X and Y chromosome. It's all simple. So if you're out of touch with a woman, you're out of touch with yourself. You know, every man you see around you came from a woman. You gotta understand that. You need to respect that shit in order to respect yourself, in order to be in tune with yourself and in tune with the universe. Otherwise it's disorder, like the New World disorder. But that's all distraction. You just need to do the history for yourself. We're living in a time where, you know what I'm saying, America's all fucked up, but at the same time, you know, how many countries can you really sit around and do the knowledge like this? In other countries, motherfuckers would have their fucking books taken and burned. This is the time, and everything was all written, everything was all meant to be. Everything that comes forth will come back around again. History repeats itself. The truth is ever changed, but every time you draw it up, you realize it's the same, but in a different period in time. You just need to draw up the truth every moment, every moment. Every time you wake up, every time you crash, you need to rise and think about the times in the present moment, in the past, present, and future. You know what I'm saying? Like seesaw, on the seesaw, and in the middle is the present. You see, you saw, and you see, and it's all meant to be. Maysun project, you know what I'm saying? It's all respect. Respect yourself, respect the light, cause you are the light, you are the peace, you are the war, the mental battle within. Every time you make a decision, other forms of yourself, the one self, all rise up against that one idea, but you just need to see the truth and then battle against negativity within yourself and negativity outside of yourself. There's only one energy in this universe, but it has two sides, positive and negative energy. Everything is a manifestation of that one energy. It's all science, it all adds up. Read the books, check every resource, read everything, especially non-fiction. It all ties in, but don't get trapped with religion, but study the religion. You know what I'm saying? But keep it culture, do the knowledge, and you'll see. Seeking you shall find. Peace. Maysun project.
everything is going extremely well.